can share the YouTube link, the Facebook link. We want the vibration of the Gita to go far and wide. The world is so much in need of this spiritual vibration of Krishna's words. So please, our humble request, Krishna has given you full license to do spiritual spamming today, so that we can get this knowledge far and wide. So please do that. We have just recited the second chapter of the Gita, and I really appreciate Ketan Agarwal's comment. He gives one of the main excuses people give. Ketan says, people say, I know this already. The Good Society who are commenting on YouTube say, I already know it, therefore I can't learn anything more. Yes, thank you for these comments. This is one of the main excuses we hear again and again and again. People tell us, I grew up with the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita has been in my home for generations. I grew up coming to the temple. I know about Krishna. One person even told me, no, I've read the entire Gita. I've even read the 19th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Of course, I had to later on tell him that there are only 18 chapters in the book. In this way, people give this excuse saying that they already know it. This is nothing new for me. For a moment, I want you to consider Arjuna. Arjuna grew up in a family of immaculate piety. Arjuna grew up in a family in which he had complete observance of all religiosity. Arjuna, throughout his whole life, followed dharma. But what does Arjuna come to Krishna and say in the second chapter of the Gita? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma shamudachetaha yachreya shanishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Arjuna, who is so qualified, who is such an incredible person, comes to Krishna and says, Krishna, I'm confused. I thought I knew, but I don't know. Krishna, shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Krishna, now I become your humble disciple. I come to humbly learn from you. Please, Krishna, you instruct me. Arjuna comes in front of Krishna in a mood of humility. Without humility, there is no knowledge whatsoever. In colloquial English, when someone is proud, we say they're full of it. And when someone is full of it, it means there's no room for anything new to go in. How can we say we know it all when Arjuna said, I don't know it all? If you imagine all the knowledge of the world to be a circle, then one section of that circle is what you know you know. Another small section of that circle is what you know you don't know. But friends, shall I tell you something amazing? The biggest part of the circle of knowledge is the section you don't know what you don't know. There are so many things in this world that we don't know about. And when we open a book like the Bhagavad Gita, we begin to gain gems of wisdom, universal insights. We begin to gain knowledge which tells us about a bright future, which opens up many opportunities, which makes us think about life in a different way. But we'll never be able to access that knowledge of what we don't know if we don't have the humility to say, I don't know. And therefore, So many people may say they know the Bhagavad Gita, but what I tell them is that you may know about the Bhagavad Gita. That doesn't mean you know the Gita. You may know about Krishna, but that doesn't mean you know Krishna. What I often tell to these people is that when you learn a little bit, you think you know a lot. And when you actually learn a lot, then you realize, I don't know anything at all. Because humility naturally comes in the heart of someone who realizes there's so much more to learn. And therefore, if you ever come across a person who says, I already know, then try to share this with them, that Arjuna didn't know, even though Arjuna was so qualified. And if this thought ever comes up in our own minds and hearts, let us never make that mistake of thinking that we already know. Remember, learning is a lifelong mission. And therefore, we want to continue learning. And for that, we have to realize we don't know everything. So we'll continue on with the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And just a reminder to everyone that please share this broadcast with as many people as possible, so that as many people as possible can benefit from the transcendental vibration of Krishna's immortal words in the Bhagavad Gita.
Hare